Hello guys, and welcome back to Hoff. This is House of Fun. A little bit different today. It's not the go-karts, it's not the quads, it's not the bikes. It is these little things. Now these are great. I love RC cars so much. I have a fair few. These ones over here are not mine. These are a friend of mine's. Nice little nitro buggy, no engine. We're going to try and convert this one to an electric as well. I say as well because this one was nitro and is getting converted to, at the moment, to nitro. I will go in depth about this one in a moment, but this one is funny. Nice little buggy shell, nice good actual shell. This one, it's like 300 odd pound. My mate bought it. Plastic construction mainly. Yeah, I've taken all the guts out of this and they are going into this because this is just not good enough. It's not long enough. It's too wheelie happy. 39,000, no, 38,000, I can't remember, one of the two. It's whatever that is. Don't know, can't see it. There it is, 38. Let's get some light on that. No, it is a 39,000 kV. That thing is a ripper. That motor is a ripper. It is quite quick. That was, guys, in Franken scooter to begin with. He bought a 5mm shaft motor by mistake. I swapped it out with him, so he's got that. Speed control was up behind the new laptop, and yes, I'm playing Kevin Talbot at the moment. But this hit, as Thunder RC says, he has a def ramp. I have a def ramp, but it's not as big. But you know, we all got our own shit. So, just trying to get this to. That ain't gonna do that. That is snapped off the. Trying to move the grass out of the way. It's just still minging. Yeah, it's all. I think it's cable tied. Yeah, it's all cable tied in there. There's all sorts of gubbins going on in there, and it's just kind of funny, really. Because, sorry guys, I'm trying to. Should have done this before I started filming, but the light down this end is pants. So let's give it light. So yeah, that one's all busted. It was all cable tied back together. That one's busted, so it was all cable tied back together. But the field where we rip has just been cut recently, so dry shafts are a minefield of shit. But rip all the electronics out of this. Oh, where is it? The best. Here we go. We cracked the chassis, and that was about to probably crack off across here if it was given the chance. It was no longer drivable, so we had to give up. I was donated a controller and told to hit the ramp, so I did, and this is the carnage. So we will get this built up, and what needs doing on this one today. Basically, because this was a nitro, this had a 2-speed gearbox, 2-speed clutch system in here, gears and everything. It didn't have a motor mount. I've made this out of my usual chunks of alley that I made Franken Scooter's gearbox out of. So that is bolted into the shaft. Yes, I'm going to try and find some better bolts than that because they stick out. But if we're bashing on grass, it's not going to be so bad. I need the clearances heads on the bolts that hold the motor in so this pinion gear can spin because it's contacting them at the minute. The whole motor is fine. That's perfect where it is. It's got an adjuster in the top so this can slide in and out for meshing. It is this gear. This gear is the spare pinion, not this one, but this. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's not the one that's on the gear on the motor, but it's the one on the shaft. I can't remember. I'm too early in the morning. I'm still half asleep. So I've stole the spare gear out of here, and I've drilled it out, and I've done all sorts of buggery shit to it, and I have made another plate out of this alley, and I have attached it to where the old gears used to attach to this shaft, because I couldn't actually get that off. I banged on it, I whacked on it, I heated it, I undone the grub screw after all that, and I still couldn't get it off. But yeah, so we have just made everything on here with this on here. So this is a tiny bit out of alignment, this gear. It jumps, like it wobbles in and out a little bit, so it comes in and out of mesh. All I have to do is center that gear today, and then we will strip down this housing here so the battery can slide in, make some strapping points, get everything else all zipped back up on this, because none of this is on. It was all just stripped off so we could get some fitment done, and now we're slowly getting there. This is loose under here, but it's going to actually go in and be a rear motor support, because yeah, we're jumping these. So bit of spracing under the back end and happy days. But I felt like a dick yesterday. Well, I felt like an evil bastard yesterday. Well, we spent all day working on this one, trying to get this one sorted out, because I know it's only small in there, but there's a hell of a lot of work to be done. A lot of tapping, drilling and threading and shit like that. So I've gone out, we've gone to fly his plane, which, sorry guys, I did not record. But there's a new guy moved in at the top of the road. He's into his cars. This was a nitro buggy beforehand, and it has been converted into electrics. I bought this for £25 last night. £25 car, had no speed control, had no receiver, had the motor. That's it. Like, oh, and it had the steering servo, but the bracket at the back of the servo was well out. It's meant for a bigger servo in there instead of that one, I believe. So I just drilled out and moved it over, and it all seems to work pretty freaking well. I don't even have proper motor pins in here. I don't know if anyone knows that shape. But that in there is a crocodile clip. These are all, look at the tops, they're all crocodile clips on the pins and just taped up. But it works, so why not? My next step for this one, battery box, but we have this plastic tray coming into here, and there is a horrible lip there, and there is no way I am putting my batteries onto that, because they're just going to get destroyed. Even possibly the top of this rivet's a bit too much, so I'm looking at plastic this thick. I do have other plastic. Where is it gone? I do have other plastic, so that is thicker by just a little bit, so I might end up using the thicker stuff in there, and then hopefully it can space it out. So I'm probably going to cut some of that out as a battery tray and get that secured into that. And then we need some holders basically. So I had them. Where have I put them? I'm forever moving stuff. Here they are, here they are, here they are. So we've got these bits of alley, and I was just thinking about, once the tray is done, sorry, camera angles, one at the front maybe, like give it some clearance, and one at the back, or do I just have a small piece at the front there just to stop them from going forward, and then whack that in there, and another one this side, and then we can put holes into the side, maybe make these ones longer so they stick up, and then we can put the strap for it. I don't know, we will figure it out. But my car's not a high project, a high priority today. It is that. So we will try and crack on and get that centered off, and as soon as we get these cars together today, we'll get them out for a rip, guys. And yeah, of course I'm going to be jumping, so I will definitely get some of that recorded for you lot today, instead of my normal, oh let's go for a rip and forget to film. So yeah, bit of a different one, but bring you back when I got a bit more, guys. This car coming too.
Yeah, she's playing up. Yeah, she's playing up. No, she's gone. Something's not right. Bit glitchy to go. No, maybe not.
Are you sure? that went a little bit quicker.
Oh, she woke up. Whoa! What the? What the fucking Jesus Christ! I gotta put my front on this one down in the speed control. Yeah, it's the speed control playing up. I should have programmed it before I took them out, that's why they blew up. Yeah.
Just a little catch up with this one. So, this is my little 25 pounder that I bought the other week. Oh, let's bring her out here a minute. So, it still has the same motor. I said it come with a steering servo. This is not it. It died. The inside broke off. No, the screw come loose. The horn started wobbling loose. So I put a piece of cable tie in there and put the screw back in, and that worked perfect. And then my mate Darren crashed into a curb and flipped it. Broke the servo completely. So I took that one out of my Maverick Drifter that I have. That's where this speed control comes from. I have a couple of videos, I will put them up. The first one is of the blue speed control, the little tiny one I bought for 14 quid. That blew up spectacularly. It will run on 2S okay, I put 3 in it and it fried. So I think the first video is 2S, second video is 3S. And then I put, what was it? I put another speed control in it and killed that too, I think. And yes, I did. It was the big boy. It was the big boy. I took it off Frank. I took a big boy off of Frank and I put it on here, and all I'm going to say is holy crap people, this thing was actually shifting. I've got some footage of that one, and then I went up to the field. They're the last couple of vids that I've got on there. I'll put them up probably just before you'll have seen them already. So this thing was hooning. I never checked anything. This whole motor mount in here was loose and it literally wobbled back and forth really bad. The bracket that was in there did not hold the two pieces. There was a lot of play going on, so I've made this up, I've put this in better. Like I said, this is out of another car because I killed 2 in here. The second one I put in here would still be in here if I'd put the connectors into the ECU in here properly. Look, they don't connect like this, they plug into the speed control, and I forgot to put one in. When I turned it on, it fused to it, and I was up the field and jumping it, and it jumped the gaps and stuff and fried it. But my battery holder, I've got a little bit of addy at the front, I've got a piece of addy here, here and here. These two have got little slots in them for the belt to go through, and then it loops back round. I did indeed put a small bit of plastic in the tray this side of this lip, so all the way along underneath the battery it stops here. I wasn't clean on it, I just shoved it in there because I didn't care. But these hold it down here and here, and then there's a bit of foam because there's rivets. I took the screws out to hold this side plate and riveted it in, and it ate through the side of one of my batteries, so I put a foam pad in there. But I've had 38.8 mile an hour out of a 3-cell battery across the field with this. I need to get a better speed controller for 4S realistically, but I don't know if that motor's going to take it. Something was cutting on me earlier, so I don't know if that's actually my speed control, because my Maverick used to actually have problems. A lot of actuallys there, but you know. So I might be taking the motors off like after Frank and banging it on that. But this was the other one we were working on. Yeah, back in pieces again. My old spur, pinion spur. I can never remember which is which, but whatever. This is the one that we put on. And you say, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. No. Oh shit. We get to a reverse mohawk. Check that out. Yeah, that's a bit munched. Yeah, just sat there and span and didn't want to go anymore. But yeah, we've taken off the disc that we had. So it all comes down to this thing. There's one half, there's the other half. They go together like so, and yeah, hold your gears in there. It used to have something that looked like that, and then that there. I really should have set you up on a tripod here. Right, hopefully that's better. So you're right, you had this piece and this one, and it goes like that. You had that piece that went in there, but it used to. I have knocked that off of this shaft on the inside, and now hold on, because this all does just come apart right now as well. Don't know why I'm not just doing that. It's showing you. Ugh. Right, so that's sat on that like that. Obviously push that on there, but I don't want to because I'll have to knock it off. Oh, it slipped on. Right, so that went in there, that went into there. That was another gear like this one, but bigger. I put it in the lathe and I cut it down. So I knocked that, the centre out of that. We then have that. I filed in a groove here, and a groove here. So this slots in. That's not the right holes. Let's try and get the holes right. Nope. Fills them up. There we go. So we would have a clip on the back of that, but I don't know if my screws are even going to be able to line up. So we'll try and get this clip on and try and get some screws in it, but I don't know if, like I say, that they'll actually do that now. But we'll figure it out. Wait, it will work. It will work. But I don't know about doing up the nuts, because they're going to be a bit shitty. Which is what I was looking at, turning these around, getting them past that clip there, turn that bit. Yeah, this is all just me testing shit on camera. So that goes in there as a spacer plate, because there is a tiny little groove in there. And yes, I could probably put that in the lathe and get rid of this lip, but I don't really want to do that because I can just see it fucking up even more. And then that one on there. Why has that been a dick? There we go. That one there like so. Right, now let's find out if these actually go in past that. It's not going to. That's too thick around that end. I don't know. This is where I'm about to stab myself really hard in the finger. Let's try and get something that's got a bit more of an end on it. No, not sharper end. Why would I want that? I'm still going to stab myself in the fucking hand. Alright, so see, the only thing I can think of is file a bit off, but I don't know. I'm guessing I should be able to just poke that in past that. But that ain't going to be that easy. Nah, that ain't going to be that easy. So we have got problems. Like, I don't know whether to put this pin back in, or it's not a pin, it's like a clip. I don't know whether to put the clip back in or leave the clip out. I think I might just leave the clip out for the meantime, and then, because it's not going to fall off. It's being bolted through, and the little hex that sits in the middle is going to take all of that strain. So like that hex is blocking that one and that one together, and then it's going to be bolted, and then it should just float freely on this back one. So theoretically it should just work, but what I need to actually do now, because this is a one-way bearing and it will not have reverse, because that will just do that, is set this up in something with that all the way over the end and drill a little hole the same size as this all the way through and put a pin through it. So I'm going to clean this shit out of the way so I can get my pivot drill out, and I will get a hole through that and get a pin, and I will bring you guys back when I have that done. So guys, just a quick little catch up. The usual of me, I said that I was going to drill the hole through the back of this piece and get the pin in there. I did that. I did that last night, and then someone turned up and I forgot to film again. So I owe you guys an apology for that one. But the motor's in. I ended up having to drill out 2 new holes. This is the old one, and there's another old one. So I went that way. I filed this one out. I drilled that one because that just had a lot of bad shit going on with the hole anyway. This thing's been played with a fair bit. I have indeed forgotten to put 2 screws in the bottom for now, so I need to go grab them. I put speed control back in. The receiver needs to be plumbed in a bit harder, but I need to boost this up onto something. Probably just grab one of my little packs over here. There we go. Right, toolkit, guys. It's full of all sorts of randomness, that thing, but I am just trying to get this up on. So I will move it. There's a little wibble wobble in it, but if I can see if I can do this, get a light, and then get you in the right place. It's not too much. I don't even know if you can see it, but that gear goes up and down. Sorry, torture my mouth. The gear goes up and down a tiny bit, but it works, guys. It went down the road absolutely fine. So 2 seconds. Here we go, guys. So I am currently in my house, so I don't have the greatest amount of room, and this has been a bit funny on the controller, but there we go. Oh. Yep, crashed it. See, I'm one-handed, can't do this, but it works, it moves. Guys, my friend is now here to take his car for a maiden voyage. I have put the screws back in the bottom. I did have to put a little back one into that one because the other one just kept falling out. But we'll go outside and we'll have a little rippage. So then guys, here we are. First little rip, just taking it easy. Go for it, mate. That seems to be going fine. So much easier when someone else is doing it. I'm trying to do it one-handed. Find out what it actually goes like. Okay, that thing's pretty bloody good. Yeah, that thing guns it. I did say take it easy and he's flooring it. But it seems to be okay so far. So that's a happy win on that one, lads and ladies. So sweet. I'll flick you off and we'll come back for the other one in a bit. because he's still got to take that thing for a drive. But yeah, that seems to work really well now. Yeah. Go on. Oh, I actually thought I was going to land back on its wheels. It don't sound bad. It goes, it shifts. We're rather happy with that. Yeah, not bad. For a home done job is not bad at all. Yeah, she shreds. Love it. Actually love it. That thing is sick. This is the car that broke the front bulkhead bit. It's not bulkhead. I don't know, pin holder. I can't remember what they're called, but it was plastic. I made this one up and tap snap, so I made a new one. And it's down the bottom under the front. A little bit of alley showing. It goes all the way across, holds the pins at the back of the arms. But it runs. Go for it. She's off into the sunlight. Into a bush. Great. Funny, that was great. But that one's all up and working again. So we're off for a little rip, and it's hard to film, so sorry guys. Quick little catch up. We took this thing for a rip up the field. It was sliding all over the place on the concrete. Loving it. Yeah, loving it. We got it to the field and the diffs have given out. Front diff is gone and it keeps on blowing the drive shaft at the back. So I've put it back in for now just so we can drive it home. But yeah, she's basically done skis for now. We'll get some new diffs. And that'll be that one for now. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe and share. And I'll see you guys later. Have fun.